Have you noticed that your puppy's breath is kind of stinky? I have a reason for that direct from my vet. Now, of course, it could be the type of food that you're feeding your dog or that they're scarfing something outside that they shouldn't be. There are some environmental factors that could play into this. But if your puppy is a couple of months old, so we're not talking 8 weeks just brought home, we're talking a little bit older puppy, starts to have that stinky breath, it very well could mean that they are losing their baby teeth and they're about to get their adult teeth in. And that smell that you're smelling is their baby teeth rotting and getting ready to fall out. And that means that you are going to start paying attention to them dropping those baby teeth out. Now, with puppy baby teeth, most puppies will eat their teeth. Sometimes even if they fall out, they're going to eat them. So you may want to be very mindful of that if you start seeing things, or if you start seeing your dog kind of chewing on their gums. That's a really good indicator that their teeth are about to fall out. Now, my puppies presented their teeth to me as presents. I think I have 14 or 15 puppy teeth between Gemma and Lucy that they just gave to me as a gift. They did not eat them. I did witness one of them eat one of the teeth at one point. But that's a lot of baby teeth for them to give as presents. I actually have them sitting in my cabinet because I'm going to do some kind of art project with them at some point. But if you're starting to notice that stinky breath and it hasn't been there all along, it hasn't been something that popped up because of their food, that could be an indicator that you are going to start to see those teeth coming out. And again, when puppies are kind of chewing, they're just kind of sitting there like they're chewing. It kind of looks like they're chewing on a piece of gum. That's a pretty good indicator that they're working on getting a tooth out. Now, at this stage, you're going to want to make sure that you have different cold things for them to chew on. There are specific teething toys that are really going to help your puppy. So there's a really good nubby that I like. There are some pacifiers that I really like. They're like hard pacifier toys. I will link those below for you. And things that are frozen. So like there are plushy toys that you can kind of get a little bit wet and put in the freezer. And that really helps if your puppy is teething. So I'm going to link some teething toys down below for you because if you're at that stage, you need to be taking care of your dog. Also, you can use a wet washcloth and kind of freeze it for a little bit and let them chew on that as well. If you want to go lower level, just make sure your dog is not going to be swallowing any strings from either a washcloth or like a plushie toy. But your goal here is to pay attention to these things because as soon as you start to smell that, if it's not like a one-day type thing, if it's a persistent thing, that's very likely an indicator that you're going to start to see those teeth coming out of your pup. So with that in mind, you want to make sure that you're taking care of them, you're watching out for them, and that you are snagging any of those teeth so that they're not swallowing them if they spit them out first. And if they do start to bleed a little bit, do not worry. It's not something that should cause too much of a problem, but you might want to put like a little washcloth or a paper towel in there, just kind of clean them up a little bit, especially if your dog is the type to sit on your furniture or your carpet and might drool a little bit. So just be careful of those things, be mindful of those things. The period of time that they're losing their teeth can be shorter to a little bit longer. So it can be like a couple of weeks, it could be a little bit longer. You definitely want to check in with your vet as your dog starts to lose teeth if you're noticing them. But some dogs, you don't even notice. You will not even notice that they're losing teeth because they'll just kind of spit them out and eat them back up, or they'll just straight up swallow them. You may not notice at all unless you are in there checking on their teeth. So I highly recommend the second you start to notice something or the second you think you're getting into that stage, I want you to every single day be looking at their teeth, making sure you know what's in there, what's not in there. And if you see things that are kind of wiggly or kind of loose, you may need to assist them just a little bit. For the most part, and like 99% of the things that you're doing, they will be able to take care of it themselves. But every once in a while, you're going to have a tooth that just hangs on by a little string that they're really struggling with, and you might need to go in there and help. I had to help with one or two of my pups because they just wouldn't come out. They were really struggling with it. So just be mindful of these things, pay attention, watch, and do the best that you can. Drop your questions down below and make sure you chat with your vet about this because they're going to have some really good advice for how you can navigate the world of baby teeth losing at this stage of your puppyhood. And follow on for daily videos helping you navigate the world of being a dog parent so you can level up for your pup and give them the best life possible. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.